What's up, Apex nerds? You've come here to learn about the Chaos Theory patch notes for Apex Legends Season 8. Now, you may have heard that the Chaos Theory patch notes are over 3,000 words long. Lucky for you, I eat 3,000 words for breakfast and spit out a summary for dessert. Yeah, I eat dessert after breakfast. You don't? If you don't know who I am, my name is Of a Legend. I'm a lawyer by day, content creator by night, and rock star all around the clock. Let's get into this. Let's talk about the very first thing, which is the Caustic Town Takeover. This is yet another change to the Kings Canyon map, which has been a clever way for Respawn to keep Apex Legends fresh, yet familiar. The theme this time around is based on Caustic, the mad scientist that we all hate because he uses gas traps, he uses gas grenades. It's just Camper City with this guy. The gas traps and gas grenades are actually going to be nerfed in the same patch, but we'll talk about that later on in this video. Let's talk about the Caustic Tower. It's going to stand in place of Water Tower, and it promises higher tier loot and, well, more gas. Another map change is that the Mirage Voyage will be leaving Kings Canyon. However, Respawn's notes hint that it will be placed in another map. Now, you guys tell us in the comments. Is it going to be in... What are the other two maps? Who cares? Tell us where you think it'll be. Now, Respawn not only evolved the maps with this update, but they also added another layer of depth in the gameplay with the addition of the survival slot. This is a brand new slot for loot that doesn't take up space in your backpack. Respawn's notes state that it's for loot like mobile respawn beacons or the all-new heat shield, and we'll talk about the heat shield later. But it's really unlikely that Respawn added an entirely new slot just for 2 items. Now let's talk about that heat shield. What better way to test the new survival slot and the heat shield than to introduce Ring Fury? Ring Fury is a brand new limited time mode where there's still going to be a ring closing in on the arena, but mini rings will pop up in places that are normally safe zones inside that main ring. So what will happen is you'll hear an alert, you'll be in the safe zone, and another ring will pop up inside the safe zone, and you'll have to dramatically change your play because the landscape is going to change and the battlefield will be evolving. Now, to counter this, players can use the heat shield to temporarily block damage from the ring and speed up healing items by 50% and speed up revives by 25%. Now, the lawyer gamer in me immediately saw a potential exploit for this. Why wouldn't I just drop the heat shield in the middle of a fight when I'm in the safe zone and get a faster revive, get a faster heal, while the enemy doesn't have the same advantage? Respawn thought of this. The healing item and revive bonus from the heat shield will only be activated if you're outside of the safe zone. Good thinking, Respawn. The introduction of Ring Fury marks a new series of takeover events called Takeover Escalation. This is where Respawn will change the settings progressively throughout the duration of the takeover event. For example, for Ring Fury, they may add more and more mini rings inside the safe zone as time goes on. This will increase the pace of the game and will change the course of the takeover event until the very end where it reaches the most intense moments. Let's talk about some legend updates. Let's talk about Caustic. Caustic is going to get nerfed. His gas grenades, his gas traps are going to become weaker with the new update. What's going to happen is the gas grenade, the cooldown is currently 2.5 minutes. They're increasing it to 3.5 minutes, an entire 1 whole minute. An entire minute. A 1 whole full 60-second minute. They're increasing it, and he's not going to be able to use the gas grenade for 3.5 minutes. That's pretty good. Now, for the gas traps, the damage of the gas is going to be changed. Right now, it ramps up from 6 HP up to 12 HP per tick. That's going to change down to a constant flat rate of 5 HP per tick. That really helps a lot. The dev notes say that Caustic has been slowing down the combat, which is very true, as you can see from the footage that's like behind me. But what's going to change now is it's still going to cause damage, it's still going to cause slowing and visibility issues, but it's not going to end the fight just because of the gas traps. And I think that's a smart move. Next up is Pathfinder. They removed low profile from Pathfinder. And the reason stated is that his hitbox is large, but there's no reason to keep low profile with a large hitbox. Gibraltar is going to lose his 15% faster heal bonus inside his Dome of Protection. Horizon is going to get an increase of cooldown for her Black Hole, similar to Caustic, an additional minute, increasing it from 2 minutes to 3 minutes for the cooldown. Revenant, my favorite character, is receiving a slight buff where his silence will now disable Mirage's invisible heal and invisible revive, which I'm very happy to hear. I love using Revenant. I mean, it takes a pro to use Revenant, so yeah. Watson now has a passive shield regeneration similar to Octane's health regeneration. However, it's going to be at 0.5 HP per second, which is half of Octane's current health regeneration rate. Rampart had a weakness where her amped cover and her Sheila machine gun would take more damage from grenades. Now, that's going to change. Now, the reason is that the devs thought when Rampart shipped, she would have a nest that would be too strong, so they gave enemy players an option to quickly destroy her nest using grenades. They found that that's not really necessary, so they're going to make that change. Weapon updates. All golden ARs and LMGs will now come with the 2x bruiser scope. No longer will they be attached to the 1x, 2x scope, which is a welcome change for many people. But even better, all fully kitted weapons, except the Kraber, all fully kitted weapons will now let you change out the scope and the optics to what you prefer, which is a fantastic change. People have been asking for that, and now they've brought it to us. The Mastiff is receiving its long-awaited nerf. Now, what they did was they decreased the pellet damage from 13 to 11, but they increased the fire rate from 1.0 to 1.1. What's that 0.1 going to do? I don't know. The Wingman is going to receive 1 extra bullet in every clip size, and the Hemlock is going to receive a nerf to its hipfire spread. So they're going to increase the spread of the hipfire because they're trying to make the Hemlock not good at close quarters. They want it to be a mid-range gun, so the burst should be mid-range. If you hip fire, they know that you're fighting close range, and they're going to spread the bullets more so you hit your target less, so it loses more fights. All right, quality of life changes. Kings Canyon loot is going to change. They're going to balance the loot now that Mirage Voyage has flown away. They're going to put more loot in the wooden shacks, and they're going to reduce some of the quality of the loot in the spotted lake. This is probably to counter the fact that Mirage Voyage is gone and they're adding more loot total, but we'll see how that plays out. Golden backpack. Now this is a big change. Here's what happens. When you revive someone and you have the golden backpack, as you know, they come back with more health. Now, players who are watching this will not know that the person being revived is being revived by a golden backpack. So Respawn has added a little electric crackle thing on the person being revived with the color of the shield that they have, so that opponents and teammates can see that that person being revived is being revived by a golden backpack, meaning when they get up, they're going to have more health. Respawn has also added a variety of glitch and bug fixes with this patch. The Chaos Theory patch notes include a bug/glitch fix where people would get under the map using Sheila, which is the Rampart machine gun. The Apex community has not mentioned that in YouTube videos. Good on them. But now Apex Legends devs have released that in the patch notes and they fixed it. So no more cheating, guys. Come on. You could read the rest of the 3,000 words for the patch notes for Chaos Theory on EA's website. This isn't the usual type of content we do out here, but if you like it, leave us a comment saying that's what you like. If you want to see what we really do, go ahead and click the little card thing that pops up. It's supposed to be up there somewhere. You'll see it. And yeah, see you in the arena. Told you we're gonna win this. I told you we're gonna win this. Good job. I don't know how we made it out of that storm.
You are the Apex champions.